UniversityCornell. This one I want to put out there, right? So I was thinking, what if life was like chess? Assuming you're a chess player, let's just think of, use chess for this example. Let's just say you're the greatest chess player ever. With reality, every move you make, you have it so well thought out that you're in multiple places at once long before you get there, because you know that one action leads to the next, but they're all compounding actions which gets you the result you want in the day. And no matter what happens that knocks you out of place in your day, you look to identify the benefit behind that distraction. This way you can incorporate that to your plan as if there was some value there that you would have gotten regardless, just by being aware. And what I mean by that is, what if no matter what in your day, no matter how in the zone or how on point you are, there is still more value to be gained. All you need is a few setbacks. Because with the setbacks are offering a level of value that you just couldn't get unless you had gotten that experience. It's not what we expected to have, it's not what we wanted to have, but because we got it and we decided to overcome it just because we knew we could. We didn't even bother about how it made us feel. We instantly went into the mindset of, how can we overcome this and how can we benefit from this? What's the advantage? How can we take advantage of this adversity? What if you can shift your perspectives, always look for the advantage behind every adversity, every challenge, and every obstacle, to just completely exploit every disadvantage to become a new strength? What if that was a move you can always take? What if no matter what reality did to make you feel like you've been knocked off course, you always knew that was just an illusion? It's just a gift hidden behind something that will look like it's not a gift. What if, no matter what, you always could just find the right answer to everything that happened? What if you got so used to doing this because you identified the best way possible to overcome the very many things that could knock you off course? What if you got so skilled with, like, I don't know, just having a comeback for everything? So no matter how many setbacks you get, you always got a comeback, right? So like reality just throws all sorts of shit at you, and you're like just hitting the matrix on reality, like can't touch me, can't touch this, can't touch this, and it's just like no matter what's been given to you, it's like you take that momentum and use it to your advantage. It's like, what if you got like some high level kung fu in terms of adversity, and your mind is so strong, it's just like, it's like a void. Anything that comes this direction gets taken in and used for fuel. Like, you'd be like unstoppable. Like some unstoppable, well-oiled, well-tuned machine that's just like on a warpath for achievement. And no matter what gets in the way, it gets funneled in to like make the result magnified. I don't know. That's just a thought. Just a thought. I wanted to put it out there. I was just thinking, like, what if that was a thing? You know, like, is that a thing? I'm coming to realize that it is. I don't know how to explain it because it's something that I'm new to, and I'm starting to identify with this identity that I'm starting to associate myself with. I'm realizing that it's a very possible thing, and it's shit. Goddamn it, because it's an ability that I can acquire by practicing. Even on a small level, the more I practice it, the more I get the awareness. So therefore, I magnify my level of expertise with it. And with that being said, I feel like a chess player in a lot of ways because I'm making moves that make my next move seem like I've already been there before. So, I don't know. I didn't explain that right. But in time, I will explain that so much better because this is one of my newest things that I'm working on. I want to find a way to utilize my normal processing skills, processing abilities, and just make something out of nothing every single time, at every turn of the day, just making everything work to my advantage. So always have that perspective to look for the advantage. To make that outlook a habit. And the more it becomes a habit, the more likely I am to do it subconsciously without even thinking twice about it. I want that. I want that perk. Like I'm playing a freaking RPG game. That's the little skill perk I want for my for my character. And my character is like so genius, like nothing doesn't make sense to this individual. My character is just like the greatest like mathematician ever when it comes to like problem solving. Yeah, that's awesome. What if, guys? Keep your mind open. Have a good outlook and see how it shapes your perspective. That was dope. Alright guys, so when you hear that clicking sound, that is the sound of me making right and left turns when I'm driving my car. A lot of the times when I get these deep and powerful thoughts, I'm not always capable to just write things down. Because maybe I'm in my car, maybe I'm at work. You know, like there's things that everyone has to do throughout the day, right? So here's one thing I know. We have like, I don't know, like let's just hypothetically say, I don't know the exact facts, but I'm gonna spit some stuff real quick. We have about 70,000 thoughts a day. It could be more. I'm doubting it's less, unless you go on some major level of enlightenment. But we have about 70,000 plus thoughts per day, and a lot of those thoughts are things that we repeat every single day. So that becomes like the construct of your mind, because in order to reinforce your box, or like your box, like your informational tube, like the television, your own imagination, the information that governs who you are as a person, that makes up your personality, your reality, your habits, your routine, and so forth. There are certain thoughts I believe that we can change intentionally, and those changes dictate certain actions that are related to those changes. So honestly, when I make these audio logs, they're pre-recorded. So a lot of you may be new to the channel. Maybe by the time you found this channel, these videos may be pretty old, but you may find them very enlightening or very relative to your current situation. But at the same time, it's only because this information was meant to be heard by somebody. I don't know who the individual may be. For me personally, this is like my own self-therapy. So I'm not going to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to go to therapy when I can literally use introspective thinking to identify who I am and who I'm becoming and who I once was. So with that being said, whenever these powerful thoughts hit me, I want to record it so I can look back on it someday and be like, oh man, I did used to think that was a part of my old regimen of thinking, and either I changed or I became more like such that I wanted to become. And I can look back at my charts and be like, damn, I really was on the right path all this time, or I really thought the right way all this time. Maybe I made some changes that identified areas that needed some cleaning up, and this was a previous thought I needed to grow away from. In a lot of cases, when I speak from the heart, and usually this is what I do, because none of this is scripted, ever. Because with my first YouTube video, it was always a dream to sit back and make these videos and to have this great company of selling my print-on-demand t-shirts with slogans of things that I would typically think anyways. Because I feel as though these positive thoughts, whenever they're entering the mind of the right person, they're like seeds entering the grounds of the fertile mind, right? And they grow, right? You reap what you sow. So if you're accepting negative information and positive information, those seeds are going to grow. And that becomes your garden, right? So a lot of the times when these things pop up, you gotta find somewhere to place them where you can go back and review them. But I figured, how cool would it be if I made this print-on-demand t-shirt company, right?
and I have all these positive quotes and slogans. They're not just thoughts and slogans. They're projections of my mind that already have an effect on reality. But with those thoughts can be repeated by not just me, but by others who also agree. And I feel as though if you wear these thoughts on your clothing, because you wear clothing every day, you never know where you're going to go and who you're going to meet at a certain point in time that is going to have an impact. So let's just say, for example, you're wearing one of my merch, some of my merch. You're wearing one of my favorite slogans on your t-shirt. Now, just because it's my slogan, that doesn't mean I was the first to think of whatever that thought was, which is perfect because that's otherwise synchronicity wouldn't make too much sense. Because if you go to the grocery store and you're wearing something that I've printed and it looks nice, but it's what it says that hits home for someone who visually saw what you were wearing, and they struck up a conversation with you, and they thought, you know what? A few days ago, I was just going through X, Y, Z, and I was trying to make this conscious change. I hope I said that right. And I come to Giant or Safeway or Shoppers, whatever store it may be, and I notice you. You got this glow around you, and I notice your shirt, and it says this. And I think to myself, like, holy cow, like I was just saying this to myself. I was just saying this to so-and-so a few days ago. And here's my confirmation that I was right. So a lot of times you're on the right path. It's just a level of thinking. Those thoughts have a level of vibration with it. Because when you think a certain thing, you feel it. And you creating this vibrational frequency based on the energy in your body. So if you're thinking negative, you're going to have a really low vibrational frequency because you're using low dense energy to harmonize with who you are. But now if you elevate that to higher levels of thinking, that level of energy that you have within you is going to vibrate to an extent where it's noticeable, right? You want to advertise something good about yourself, right? When you want to advertise where you go in life, in a sense where like your train of thought, your mindset. I heard this saying once. I don't remember the lady who said it, the name of the lady who said it, or where she even got it from, but I really dig what she said. She said that when your mindset changes, your life has to follow. A lot of people want to change like their lifestyle, who they're dating, where they're driving, where they live, who they associate themselves with, all these external things. But when you change internally, all the external things must change as well. It's like